Thank you for staying. Let's get into our first story now. The Ministry of Works and Housing says it is implementing an early warning flooding system, which will serve as a shield against impending floods. Speaking at the launch of the commencement of upgrading interventions in the Alogboshi community, Sector Minister Francis Asensio-Boakye revealed that this initiative was a crucial step in safeguarding lives and property. Jacqueline Asumayebua has more in this report.
A transformative chapter began on Thursday, 14 December, as Minister Asensio-Boakye initiated the Garrett Project's community upgrading works, from primary and secondary drains to access roads, waste management and extended utilities. The endeavor aimed at uplifting the low-income settlement. Minister Asensio-Boakye announced plans for the implementations of an early warning flooding system, which will serve as a shield against impending floods.
So under the Greater Accra Resilience and Integrated Project, otherwise known as the Garrett Project, there are several interventions. Some of them include what we are doing today, community upgrading of infrastructure. Some of them we are constructing very big stop drains in Kaneshi, in Nima, in Achimota, and even here in Alogboshi, and some other parts of Accra, all within the Odo River Basin. As part of that, there's also what we call early flood warning systems. It's a system that will inform the residents that rains are coming. It has the potential of causing serious flooding, so that it will help the residents to prepare, to take the necessary steps to evacuate the period that the flood of the rains and the potential flooding event.
MP for Okaikwe North, Theresa Ladi Awuni, also emphasized the communal effort required for flood resilience, acknowledging that every developmental stride demanded sacrifices.
We will also ensure that our community, our members, comply, because most people have been compensated to leave designated areas. I will ensure with my people that they give way for work to commence. Every development comes at a price, at a cost, and so we will plead with, I'll continue to plead with my people to bear in mind that if we want, especially this road, to be done, there are lots of people that will be touched.
These initiatives are expected to curb some of the challenges faced by low-income settlement under the Garrett Project. For JoyNews, I am Jacqueline Asumayebua.
Now, farmers in Ghana will be able to tap into income-generating opportunities to improve their livelihoods. This is being spearheaded by the Crops Research Institute of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research under the Revenue Diversification Pathways in Africa through Bio-Based and Circular Agricultural Innovations project. There's more in this report.
The 4-year EU-sponsored project, launched in 2021, aims to increase the productivity, income and economic opportunities of subsistence and smallholder farmers in arid and semi-arid regions of sub-Saharan Africa. During a meeting at the Crops Research Institute, Fumasa, the farmers were exposed to technologies such as slick irrigation technology, ethno-botanical and intercropping and multifunctional constructed wetlands, among others. Dr. Moses Branford Mocha is director of the Crops Research Institute.
This project, based on diversification of pathways, CRI has developed a lot of projects in the area of generating technologies, and these technologies has to be transferred to the end users, mainly the farmers.
That the principal investigator of the project, Dr. Shadrach Kwadwamponsa, is optimistic the project will lead to the establishment of a knowledge exchange platform.
The DiveAgri actually has the propensity to change the agricultural production landscape in Ghana and even the entire West African sub-region, in the sense that, as I said already, farmers have the knowledge, but then they lack the technical know-how to be able to harness the knowledge and then make it productive. And that is what DiveAgri stands to do. So we believe that the success story that we are seeing here, of course, we are working with UCC. UCC is also a partner, in Cape Coast, and they are, also piloting different other sides of the technologies that we are also doing here. Now, together, we plan to set up what we call knowledge exchange platforms where farmers would be able to come and then learn at first hand how they can diversify their revenue.
Reporter for JoyNews, Kwesi Deborah.
Now, the people of Nakbaili, a farming community in Nanumba South District of the Northern Region, are heaving a sigh of relief following the construction of an ultra-modern maternity ward for the only health facility in the community to support expectant mothers during delivery. Prior to the construction of the maternity ward, expectant mothers in the community traveled to Wulensi and Bimbela to access delivery services. There's more in this report.
The construction of this maternity block is to provide emergency obstetric care for about 30 communities within the Nanumba South District of the Northern Region. The aim of the facility is to improve accessibility to skilled care and thus reduce morbidity and mortality for mothers and neonates. The Abuya Foundation, the organization that constructed that ward, conducted some studies and obtained report of positive impact on the outcome for women and their newborns. Alhaji Aminu Idrisu is the chief executive officer of the Abuya Group.
But what informed the maternity was that when we were commissioning the mosque somewhere last year by this time, the community already, they were not having a maternity. So if a woman is giving birth, they have to send the woman to Bimbela or Wulesi. And then by so doing, some people will deliver on the way, some people will deliver and have complications and all those things. And then, and during the commissioning of the mosque, I've realized that one of our guys' wife were rushed to Bimbela for delivery, which they informed me during the distance. So I pray to God that God should help us to get the maternity.
The midwife at the facility, Jennifer Akuto, explained the impact the maternity ward would make in the beneficiary communities.
When I came here 2021, because the place, our delivery room, we have only 2 beds for the delivery, and our catchment area is large. So when the ladies comes like that, because the beds are only 2, we are not able to accommodate all of them. Sometimes we have to conduct deliveries on the floor because there's not enough beds for us to. And after delivery, we have only 2 beds that is our lie-in, that they can come and lie, and then we'll monitor them for the 6 hours. So because the beds are only 2, we are not able to monitor our postpartum mothers after delivery up to the 6 hours. So sometimes when they deliver and you monitor them 2-3 hours, you have to let them go and give space for the others that are to deliver.
National Chairman of Opposition NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, who was one of the dignitaries who graced the occasion, lauded the CEO of Abuya Group, Alhaji Aminu Idrisu, for using the corporate social responsibility arm of his companies, Abuya Foundation, to touch lives.
We heard about the story of Alhaji Abuya, beginning from the construction of a school for his community. Then he followed to construct a mosque, that is a prayer house. And today, he has completed a maternity ward, which signifies the beginning of life. So all the 3 key projects are projects that have been carefully selected. And I want to thank him from the bottom of my heart.
The chances of women dying because of complications of pregnancy and childbirth are still high in many parts of Ghana and around the world. With the construction of this ward, the story of these communities is about to change for the better. For JoyNews, Samuel Kojo Brace, Nanumba South District, Northern Region.
Now, the National Democratic Congress's parliamentary candidate for Berekum East in the Bono region, Simon Ampabeng Treme, has accused city authorities of being irresponsible and playing political gimmicks with the deplorable roads in the constituency. This comes after an appeal by residents of Sofotre and other communities yielded no results. Mr. Chairman has offered to reshape the roads to make them motorable and ease the impact on residents, especially the aged and pregnant women. Precious Semevo has more.
We are suffering on the road, whether dry or rainy season. Mr. Afo sums up the frustrations of residents and users of the deplorable roads at Sofutre, Chireba and Nyametiase in the Berekum East municipality. They said they remain exposed to the dangers of driving the sick on the road and inhaling the dust after years of city authorities' failure to fix the roads despite the many demonstrations. People cannot walk home if you don't work. It's worse for pregnant women who complain of pains at the least on the road. The parliamentary candidate of the NDC in Berekum East, Simon Ampabin Cherme, offered to reshape 25 kilometers of roads at about 75,000 cities. He said the gesture is a response to residents' call for help.
The road has deteriorated to a level where it is seriously immotorable. We have called on the authorities that be the Pragya group, the citizenry, and all other well-meaning Berekum people have demonstrated time and again on this road. But the leaders and the powers that be have turned deaf ears on them. So the people called on me that if there's anything I could do to help them. I accepted their call. I decided to come in to kind of help, at least to bring relief to the people who ply this road and the very people who reside around this enclave. So we have started with this one from Berlin Junction all the way to the last stop, Sofutre last stop. When we are done with this road, we are moving to Chiriba. When we leave there, we are going to Nyametiase.
Some residents, though grateful, shared mixed reactions.
Normally,
we only see machines on the road during the election period. It needs proper filling and made compact so that even if they won't tie it, they can use it during the rainy season. Mr. Chairman accused the Berekum East Assembly of playing political gimmicks with the situation, but said he would continue to work in the interest of the people.
I see it as negligence and an act of irresponsibility on the part of the powers that be. And more importantly, playing political gimmick with the people of Berekum. When it was getting to an election, they brought a contractor on the road. Right after the elections, they left. We have demonstrated and demonstrated and demonstrated. We have called on the assembly, we have called on the MP. That kind of playing games with the minds of the people, we have grown past this level. And if anybody thinks that the contractor is coming to side, we're ready. We'll partner with the contractor and help them to facilitate the road.
Precious Semevo, JoyNews, Berekum.
In our next story, the youth wing of the opposition National Democratic Congress in the Cape Coast North constituency has underscored the need for government to improve the lot of the people in that constituency. Member of Parliament for Cape Coast North, Dr. Kwamina Menta Nyako, says many roads in the constituency are in a deplorable state and need fixing. Speaking at a cleanup exercise in the constituency, the MP assured that the seat would be retained by the NDC. There's more in this report.
The NDC says the cleanup exercise is a way of energizing their youth and at the same time ensuring that they keep tabs on the health of their constituents. MP for Cape Coast North, Dr. Kwamina Menta Nyako, says the exercise is also a means of identifying what is lacking in the many communities in the constituency and also finding measures to resolving them. Dr. Kwamina Menta Nyako believes his administration's efforts will not be in vain.
It's been phenomenal. We've seen all the youth coming around to come and support. One of the good things is that it's not only NDC people who are here working. We've had other people from other parties also joining us, and I think it's a good thing. We are planning on making sure we do that more often so that we can energize the youth and also make sure that we have our surroundings very clean. I have specific areas or sectors where we need to really work at. Me being the member of parliament, I've put a lot of questions to the education minister, to the rules minister, and so on and so forth regarding things that are happening within the constituency. Unfortunately, the government has been very, should I say, playing a deaf ear to all our requests. But the urban roads manager or director has started working on the major roads for us to have a very motorable area. We hope they can expedite the action for many of the roads to be repaired. People will decide. The people have seen what we have been doing on the ground. They are appreciating what we are doing on the ground, and certainly they will give us a mandate for us to retain the seat.
The Cape Coast North constituency youth organizer Godfred Onsunyamie emphasized the significance of the cleanup exercise and assured the NDC that the MPP's candidate elected is a no match for their candidates.
The government is basically taxing everything, from vetting, from your businesses, even your properties, your homes. They are even asking us to pay rent on taxes on it, which is not so fair to the people of Ghana. So what we are advocating now is we are ensuring that there's hope for the future. To be a member in Ghana, member of parliament in Ghana, you should be credible. You should have a track record, and you should be known. You should have a legacy. So now we have presented our candidate, who is a professional. He is a lecturer. Over the years, since the creation of Cape Coast North, we have had professionals leading us in the member of parliament. We have had Honorable Batundu, who is a lawyer, Barbara, who is a teacher. We have parliamentary, who is a lecturer. The other guy, who is he?
The constituency vice chair, Richard Apo, indicated that the cleanup exercise is a way of cleaning the path of the party's journey to victory in the 2024 elections.
And that's our recap of the news this morning. But stay with us. The news review is up next. We'll be back.